Hello everyone, welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution. We're continuing on with the Secrets of Dr. Wu DLC. In the last episode, we finished his first mission, which involved unlocking Ankylodocus, which we named Spike, and here she is here with all the other dinosaurs. I did some construction in between episodes. Let's see, I got rid of our fossil center, because we haven't needed it so far. I put a hotel here. I built an enclosure way over here, and one right here with a hatchery attached. This is where we're going to put the Stegoceratops, which is the second mission dinosaur. And I'm assuming that mission 3 is going to involve the Spinoraptor, which we are going to put over here. What else? I built a monorail that kind of goes around the whole island. So even though the Spinoraptor is kind of isolated back here, people will be able to see it from the monorail. And it kind of makes sense that since it's a dangerous dinosaur that it would be kind of isolated from the visitors. I think that's about all I did. I kind of rebuilt some fences, as you can see, so that there's still a wall around the guest area. Alright, so we're going to research Stegoceratops. And we'll grab this other modification while we're here. As you can see down here, these upgrades to reduced cost are extremely expensive.
Your bottom line is looking as good as mine. I'm kidding, of course. There's no way it'll ever look as good as mine.
But I have noticed that when I've gone to build things, they are drastically cheaper. Like the construction, when I built the monorail, and that's normally like $1 million or so, and it was like $300,000 to build the monorail station. So for now we're just waiting for oh, we researched it already, that was fast. Alright, so let's see. Alright, let's see. Well, we can't really see anything about it just yet. We've got 40% of the genome to play around with. So Triceratops has a social requirement of 0. It doesn't need any pals to stay happy, but Stegosaurus needs like 5, so I'm going to at least have 3 to start off with. And we'll do a couple modifications, but nothing crazy, just to make sure that we're not putting ourselves in debt. So we'll do this one, we'll give this one defense and resistance. And then for this one, we'll do a woodland skin. We'll take away defense and give it lifespan. And for this one, let's do jungle. And we will give it defense, a lower grade lifespan. And It looks like there's no attack option, like, that specifically increases attack. So we'll do this one here, I guess. We'll give them all 3. And it's going to be a little bit, even with the hatchery upgrade, so we'll just watch the other dinosaurs for a little while they're incubating. So far, I've noticed, which is a really good thing, that the dinosaurs that establish an alpha, so that's going to be Kowalski here, they move as a pack almost all the time now, which is very, very nice, as opposed to before there would be Stygimolochs all over the place. It is kind of strange that some of them don't seem to establish an alpha, like the 3 Brachiosauruses here. I'm a little bit curious if that's because they are literally exactly the same, and maybe the game doesn't establish an alpha. Because let me show you, this one has attack 39, defense 0, this one a 39-0. And this one, 39-0. So maybe that's why. So maybe if I made a 4th Brachiosaurus that was more heavily modified, maybe that one would be the alpha. So maybe that's something we'll experiment with later. Alright, it looks like our Stegoceratopses are almost done. I'm gonna wait for the 3rd one to get to 100% as well, so we can release them as quick as possible, because I have a feeling that they're going to have some sort of social requirement. But let's just release the first one and see what its social need is. The 2 horns are like triple the size of a normal Triceratops.
Excellent. Just look at this animal, would you? So impressive. I think others will admire our work as much as we do. Let's have our personnel observe the Stegoceratops for a bit. They don't need to know any more than what I'm willing to share, which at this point is very little.
We're gonna charge money to see this eventually, right? Asking for a friend.
So as you can see there, the social was 3, so we have exactly enough.
A Stegoceratops. You might think it's calm and docile, but I'm not so sure.
black and yellow orangey look for this one. Alright, so now they should be happy. Alright, cool.
As impressive as this animal is, I think we can push the Stegoceratops even more. Let's create another with further modified genes.
Reading between the lines here, but did Dr. Wu just suggest your first attempt at this hybrid was in some way defective? Maybe not. But what if he did?
Okay, well, that's fine. They can have up to 8, and we only have 3, so defense of at least 110. We'll use this as a chance to see another one of the skins. Let's pick Alpine. Alright, let's just get rid of these other ones. Alright, 114. That one's $1 million. I'm also gonna take a second to kind of fence off part of this, because this is going to be where we hatch the Spinoraptor later. I guess maybe I'll do that later, because they're too close to it. Let's put in our herbivore feeder. We'll see how long this continues, but I'm kind of glad that they're making Dr. Wu less of a bad character, because in like the base game, like everything he says is super shady and just not very friendly like at all. And it's like, all right, dude, we get it. Cool. Alright, yeah, the habitat's plenty big for them. These ones look pretty cool. There's the texture on the skin is a lot more detailed than the regular Triceratops or Stegosaurus, or at least it looks that way anyway. Alright, what are we gonna name you all? With some generic, cool sounding names. Or, yeah. Ranger, Scuba, and... Outlaw. Oh, you can see this one a lot. This is definitely more of a yellowy color. In the nighttime it looked more orange.
Beautiful. This animal is just beautiful. Now, let's put it to the test. We'll set up a series of challenges to see how it performs. This will be invaluable research into understanding our Stegoceratops.
You know what they say about beauty in the eye of the beholder. It's no oil painting, if you ask me.
Let's see how this Stegoceratops measures up when compared to alpha predators. I've set up a series of confrontations. Combat most dangerous. Can you keep it alive?
Ceratosaurus is gonna get destroyed. I am almost positive. This one's kind of ghostly looking, so we're gonna name it Casper. Also, sick with E. coli.
Request acknowledged.
Let's just take over real quick since...
Hit confirmed.
Oops, sorry.
Confirming asset treated.
I'm glad that they definitely make like different noises than the Triceratops and the Stegosaurus do. They sound like different animals. Alright, let's transport Ceratosaurus. I'm pretty sure that
Picking up asset.
Stegoceratops is going to be able to lead to victory. Alright, well, let's make sure... Oops, let's just stay in here to make sure.
Asset has been transported.
curious if it's gonna fight, like, all of them, or is it specifically going to seek out the mission dinosaur? Because that's the wrong one.
Arrival imminent.
Yeah, get wrecked, sir.
Storm conditions in effect.
Wow, the game is dropping frames with the rain. Yeah. That one's dead. Does that count? Because that was not the right Stegoceratops, or what?
The Stegoceratops should be capable of winning these fights. And you should be capable of seeing it does so. Get back in there and get me a different outcome.
So how are we even gonna...
Asset collection request received.
How? Alright, so we apparently have to make it so that the Ceratosaurus only fights this one. Or whichever one Dr. Wu designates. So how are we going to do that? Because that's kind of annoying. Let's just start it over and see what happens.
This is my definition of teamwork. I call, you respond. Perfect.
Let me see if I can guess the dinosaurs Dr. Wu used for this hybrid.
Wow, we have to do it all over. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. When we get to the point where there's the Ceratosaurus, we're going to just put it in this other exhibit that we have pre-made, and we will move the designated Stegoceratops over there. So for now, let's just make, we'll see the last skin that we haven't picked, and everything else will be generic about this one. And then he's going to ask us to do one with a whole bunch of defense. And apparently it's going to have to fight a whole bunch of stuff, so let's just make a super powerful one. So yeah, we're just gonna have a couple extra Stegoceratopses, which is fine. Kind of annoying that we have to do it all over, though. We did get to 3 stars in between episodes. It was pretty much as soon as I put down the hotel, we got to 3 stars, so we unlocked the feeder cost reduction, which is super expensive, so I haven't researched it yet. I'm gonna reposition this feeder to kind of help keep them closer to the viewing area. I just barely tapped the A button and all those trees came down. They definitely hang out together when they're in a pack though, so that's pretty cool. Alright, let's get Stegoceratops #1 out. Or number 5, I guess. We'll do the mission the right way this time though, so...
Excellent. Just look at this animal, would you? So impressive. I think others will admire our work as much as we do. Let's have our personnel observe the Stegoceratops for a bit. They don't need to know any more than what I'm willing to share, which at this point is very little.
We're gonna charge money to see this eventually, right? Asking for a friend.
Oops. Don't want to release it yet, otherwise it won't count. I do have the brightness on this game turned up, by the way, in case anyone's wondering why it kind of looks brighter at night, and that's mainly just because when you're streaming, the quality kind of, it's hard to, it gets, if you use the default nighttime lighting, it's almost too dark to see the dinosaurs, so...
As impressive as this animal is, I think we can push the Stegoceratops even more. Let's create another with further modified genes.
Reading between the lines here, but did Dr. Wu just suggest your first attempt at this hybrid was in some way defective? Maybe not. But what if he did?
Beautiful. This animal is just beautiful. Now, let's put it to the test. We'll set up a series of challenges to see how it performs. This will be invaluable research into understanding our Stegoceratops.
You know what they say about beauty in the eye of the beholder. It's no oil painting, if you ask me.
Let's see how this Stegoceratops measures up when compared to alpha predators. I've set up a series of confrontations. Combat most dangerous. Can you keep it alive?
I think it's this one. Probably should have just tasked the helicopter to do it. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't want to sedate the wrong one.
Task received.
Tranquilize Gladiator. And we'll move them both over here. For now, I'm gonna get rid of all these trees because I want to be able to see what's going on. We'll put some around the perimeter. Alright, let's put the Ceratosaurus
Heading to collect the asset.
And transport Gladiator right here.
Asset to be collected.
Let's see how fast it is. Just we'll kind of do a rough estimate comparison because I have the increased speed upgrade for movement. The last Ceratosaurus didn't even land a hit on the less modified Stegoceratops, so this probably isn't going to be any issue, but we will go over there anyway. Dr. Wu's just like, take pictures, okay, thanks. Oh god, that's terrifying.
Now this is exciting. Am I allowed to cheer?
Spinosaurus, okay, that's kind of pretty big
Heading to pick up the asset.
upgrade in difficulty. Let's make sure there's at least some food for Gladiator.
Commencing asset transit.
I basically have to leave it alone because the dinosaur that they drop in will fight any Stegoceratops, so its comfort's eventually gonna get lower and it's gonna try to break out.
Asset requiring collection.
Gonna be hard for me to kill Spino. He's one of my favorites.
Asset transportation complete.
Freaking tail whack every time. Jeez, man, doesn't stand a chance. Gotta get my screenshot. That won't go with that one, I think. Yep, Spino is done. Giganotosaurus arriving soon.
En route to pick up the asset.
Stegoceratops has not even taken a single hit yet. This one's rating is gonna be huge because it's like double its rating just from combat infamy at this point. Look at how like the game gives you a good sense of scale. Like look at how big it is compared to the Jeep. All right, Giganotosaurus.
En route to collect the asset.
I kind of thought maybe I kind of figured Spinosaurus would have come after Giganotosaurus, or maybe it doesn't really matter. What does matter is that Stegoceratops is going to start trying to break out soon. Jeez, is anything even gonna get a hit on Maximus over here? Nope, just get... You don't even get a chance to roar, you just taking everyone down. Are you not entertained? Single species. I wanna... What is...
The first Stegoceratops
single
we created
species
would not
adaptation?
have survived, but this animal was queen. We've learned so much about these alpha hybrids. You'll need to be extra vigilant. If word gets out about these animals, they'll be the target of attacks and thieves. Every advancement in science comes at a cost, but seeing what the Stegoceratops is capable of was worth it. Our first animals wouldn't have survived these face-offs, which makes me think someone continues to work against our agenda. The question is, how that someone could interfere with our incubation protocols. We can't afford to let that happen.